Long ago, before time existed, I was on my phone scrolling through some TikToks.
I looked at this channel called Forest and they had done a few cool videos where they make a Roblox game in 3 days. But I wanted to do something completely different. Make it in 2 hours with no experience. Today, because I have nothing better to do, a really simple game, here's how it's gonna go. I make a simple game just by me. I cannot use any YouTube videos, no help at all.
Change from being a minigame to being an obby. Make sure the base plate was in the right position with the world just by copying a few blocks for the obby to expand and evolve. Eventually going to turn to a massive construction site that had walls, etc. If you do go on to enjoy this video, I'll be starting to bring some of my friends onto this series. Even though it's pretty difficult to start, I started to get used to it. The game I'm making this video will be Barbie themed, since it's a trend and could do well on the Roblox platform. Actually started to come together with the floorboards, the obby, the items, and I added a Barbie minifigure just to make it a bit more realistic. Stay tuned for the rest of the video because I may add a Ken later. Disclaimer, this may not be my first time, but it's still a lot of experience and I do not know how to script. The most obbies I play on Roblox when I do play obbies are the food ones, which have a ton of canteen assets and accessories. I started to add some lava that actually had a script to it. It would actually burn you if you fall in. Then I started to add some rocks for decoration, which was actually inspired by Bloxburg. At this point in time, I actually learned how to change the texture, which would benefit me later in this challenge. I laid out the walls all around the base. It was nearly finished.
I think I'm gonna go round a bit more then. Inside an hour. It's a bit ahead because I had a few jobs to do, but I've spent about half an hour of this challenge getting all the blocks, so I'm going to give myself a bit of slack and a bit more time. I'm very excited to finish. Well, I've basically had no experience. We're on a time limit though, so I'm going to give myself half an hour more to finish this challenge. Right, I'm just going to rotate that a bit like that. Tons of our friends are going to test this skit. This is kind of like the Ken from the movie. Doesn't look exactly like him, but it's like... I might give him some evil eyes and like change his pose. I'm probably going to change the rotation of this. It's like holding a gun or something. Like, you know the Kens, I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but you know the Kens in the Barbie movie were like trying to take away Barbie Land from being Barbie Land. The Ken may be the main character, but throughout the film, not as nice of a person as he was at the start. So if I do it like a paper plane, I feel like that could work. And then I'm probably going to do it so you go into Ken or something. Upwards to get to the surf. There are different like ones. Chasm's like got the way to get there. And then you jump over. You have many options. Like a stairway, but still different difficulty for different people. I am going to add like... I think adding smaller decals and stuff will really help because it will still be really hard to get over. So like the first levels, okay, really easy. Second levels, so just explaining the levels. The second level's a bit harder. Third level was like kind of really hard. I felt like for this obby it couldn't just be any normal, I had to have a little bit of a twist, so it's like a trick. Actually this just looks like a normal plushie, but it will actually be used as a climbing wall once you get to the end. To actually try and attempt to actually pretty tricky, but once you've climbed up they have to go through a lot of confusion, and I think that's what makes it interesting. I'm gonna add some clouds. You can't see everything until you get up, so lights just hang from the ceiling. I guess this is a mission to check your games. If you have any tips for this game, then I guess leave them in the comments, so I'd love to hear every single one.